Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Revered Dominion Season 1, Episode 13. We're at Episode 13, guys. We are already getting close to 20 episodes. That is gonna be something once we get up there. But all news to you guys. We are finally moving to over here, the shop. The little market that we will have, that we can come by when we are out in the wilder, wherever we go. Oh, I messed up. Imagine messing up. Only can be me. So today we are working on, we are working on interiors today. Yeah, this is gonna be the only one we're gonna be working on. I think we're just gonna do it one by one. But by the time we get over here, we'll be doing this house probably next. And I was thinking of keeping it simple, and then we'll have to work on here, which is the flooring. But we'll be doing that first before we'll ever start working on it. As you guys can see, I also put lights here, so it's a little bit nice and bright. Oh my gosh, it's gonna look super nice. It's gonna get dark, but it's also gonna have like these lights here. Look at that, the moon's coming. And boom, look at that. Oh, look at that, that's so nice. You also gotta admit, I got the best spot because like how the sun is. It's kind of like very like nice. The yellow, orange, and purple like colors in the sky, and you got like all this super nice like buildings. It's really nice. Look at that. You could like put some vaporwave in this. But yeah, we have to work on interior today. Unfortunately, we cannot hide from doing any of these, and we've been keeping this shop on bay for way too long, and I'm not gonna really have like a huge speed build for this. I'm actually gonna keep it nice and tight, and I might try to start working on the house here, but also maintain this. I think also like the most concerning one out of all of these is gonna be the lighthouse, because not only that we gotta have to like swim up, it's also a pretty huge fall, so yeah, try having to do that a bunch of times. But so what we're using for materials is obviously what's left in here, and most of it's just gonna be like decor and just here and there some walls. So yeah, we're gonna try to make like a little desk. So let's start with that first. Okay, we are not doing so good. Okay, I don't remember how to do this. Yeah, like this. Yep. Now that is something. So yeah, we got like these type of walls here, and I think we can really make something out of this, actually. But the only unfortunate part is where you angle it. You gotta angle all of it right. So let me do that. Let me angle all of this. There you go. So the shop, so it kind of like gives it that nice little style, but like once you come over here, it's all wood. So it's a little fancy. Now, I'm feeling maybe, why don't I take you guys on the step of it this time? Like, really take it slow. Because it's not really that much of a big of a building, like, not like the apartment complex, so we can literally just, like, talk a little bit through it. Give you my little, like, mind process. I do not have any sand. Or am I not seeing it? I'm not seeing it because it was right there. Yeah. So we gotta smelt some sand. I could have used the shortcut, but get in. So yeah, so I'm pretty proud of this. Like, as you guys look into it, just look at that, like, wow. The building is pretty nice. You gotta give it that. Very scary, but very nice. We'll have to rent ourselves here. Yeah. And, like, I just can't. It's like, it's very luminal. I really made it luminal. You gotta tell me that. It's like, it's sometimes it's kind of like scary how good I am with this. Okay. Also, what I've been thinking, I wanted to make like stairs and like use those like as shelves. Or not as shelves, but like little tables. No. We'll place one right here. And then like have it turn like this. So this is where the board go, like, or the thing will go. And now we just gotta add the wall. You know I'm gonna leave this door open probably. But I just close it. Okay. Okay. So we need the cutter to make the vertical slabs. The standing up slabs. The walls. Okay. There. It gives it that more like feeling to it. That different feeling of like the walls and such. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I mean, like, it makes sense and doesn't make sense, but we do still need the furnace, which the furnace might, like, I might place the furnace, like, here, maybe on top, possibly, but, okay. Yeah, I think we also should try to make, like, a furnace, because it is just a shop, so it would obviously have a furnace in it, and I think we need to make it, like, a fancy furnace, because, like I said, it's just a bakery, so I'm gonna do that. Maybe I should make a copper and make that like as like the pipe that goes from the ceiling, and also have like a campfire be lit in the top of the ceiling, possibly. That might be a good idea. Let me do that. So yeah, we need to be upstairs. I didn't do it, and I just made a mess. That's all I did, is made a mess. That's all I did, was make a mess. Just do the freaking parkour. Okay, yeah, we need the... Okay, let's just do it that way. Alright. And if I'm correct, I also need a chest. I do. Do I have any wood? Any wood to spare? No, I do not. But I also had 57 blocks of cobble right there I could use. Why did that scare me? Why did that scare me? I don't know. I'm just stupid. What? Why did I thought that was a person? I really thought that was a person. I'm not even joking you. I must be like that delusional right now. Boom. Now, like, this serves like zero purpose but to be like a special detail to this. And now we're gonna put like a okay. So we're gonna change these into normal planes, because unfortunately we do not have any material, and we wasted whatever we did to not make like more spyglasses for any case that we have lose them. But I guess that we are not that much of a genius and used it for shaded planes of glass, which now I gotta break and replace with... Are you serious? I gotta block all of that up. And there's a... That is so sad. 1 second, let me fix all this. So I did add the little thing, and now we are adding the seating. Now we're finally doing that. So we are just evenly setting it over there, setting one right, maybe, well, actually that's a little, yeah, so we'll only have two things to worry about next couple episodes. Like, it's just this house and that one over there. So let's just do that. So we are finally getting ourselves situated. Let me just do it like this, and then so we're just adding this. Sorry, I'm being a little too quiet. But, we're just adding this, adding the chairs, adding the, you gotta add all this stuff in. So, I think that's about it. That's all we need. And I think 16 chairs would be just fine. I think we're... So we'll just add one right there. That's just to get rid of it. So we'll place the chairs like this. I had like a little booth here. Actually no, the booth doesn't look good. Actually no. Okay, where's my cursor going? So we're gonna take this out. I don't think it's gonna look good. I think this is the best it's gonna ever get. Now there's no lore to this, so we don't know what happened to the city that made it go abandoned. It's just that it went abandoned suddenly, and no one knows, pretty much. And we got some nice like single seaters right here, you know, on the table. Even like one like right here at the corner. It's gonna be kind of weird to leave, so you're gonna have to like scoot out and just go that way. No, forget it. I don't like it. Nope, not one bit. And then we have, yeah, why don't we put a chair here? Just in case, you know, you gotta wait. So there you go. You got this nice little area. This actually turns out really nice, and I kind of like it. So I'm going to put all the stuff away and look out for creepers that are lurking out of nowhere. So yeah, I'm actually quite happy of how this turned out. You got the little thing over here. I do gotta make like the fire thingy to make it look actually kind of nice. And we are missing one valuable thing in all of this, which is a stairway related thing. Do it like that. That's the register. So there we go. Now it's finally finished. Our interior is done. Oh my gosh, look how cute it looks. Now it actually looks like an actual an abandoned restaurant. I actually kind of like this. This is pretty neat. I'm pretty happy with it. And now we just gotta deal with the neighbor over here. I think this is gonna what we're gonna go to next, and then we'll jump to this one and then go to the lighthouse. I think that would be a good idea, because for this we also have to fill in the flooring, and I might do that. I'm gonna do that off camera. But yeah, I'm actually quite happy. Look how nice it looks inside. So when you walk by, you can like see all of this, and if I really wanted to, I can always sit right here and enjoy the nice luminal view I got right over here. Now you can't see anything over here. This is the alleyway. But in the other case, it's also very nice because you get to see the brick road and people that would used to walk by. It's very nice. I don't know what I'm gonna do for this one though. I might make it into just like a post office, possibly. Yeah, like, you know, maybe make like a post office, like a bunch of chests, like a storage, and treat this like a storage room for unnecessary stuff. And this is going to be like a home, I think. But I just ran with just like a bakery type style for the house, for the whole place, and it just really like brought it out in all of this, because, you know, with these it wouldn't really give it that nice like aesthetic effect of like two different variations of the walls, one in the outside that looks kind of weird, and then you got this that has some smooth textures, which is just a pale oak wood. Obviously I'm a very huge fan of it so far, quote unquote so far, but I have really actually kind of managed to pull it off. Like, I'm actually quite surprised I was even like able to bring out the textures in this. Because as you can see, again, I'm using like pale wood, oak wood, and it's just like texturized a little. So we really brought it out of the white to make it actually look kind of decent, and I'm actually quite happy with that. So I know this is kind of like a short video, and I just kind of ran you by everything, my thought process, what made me think what I think, and like the whole screw up here that happened. So yeah, the alleyways are going to be the most dangerous parts of this city because of the creepers, because they're going to blow up. And there's not really anywhere to run away, so it's kind of like, well, frick. But I am quite happy with this. You know, it's really, like, I don't influence this enough, or like empathize like how much it is. It's really hard to work on like one color, especially when you're very, very limited on like texture and everything. When it comes to the color white, like I did put like a little gray, a little black, a little like silver, you know, a little bit, like a very, very tiny bit. But out of all of it being white, it's actually really, really hard because there's not a lot of textures, and black has a lot of good textures on it that really can set a mood. But I didn't want to like hop onto like two colors. I kind of wanted to like some shading into it, like where it would fade into black very neatly and bring out the colors in other places But instead, I did that with a few things, so you only have like a few things to look at, which is over here, which is the furnace and the pipe that goes up, and then the register that makes you kind of look over at this area. So you got like two things that get you to look both directions a little, but they're not really super far apart, so you could completely miss this area. But it's just the dining area. But yeah, like I said, I really can't say it enough that like I'm kind of happy with that, because like surprisingly enough, this is one of the hardest things I have actually done. Like once I get to, oh my gosh, that is horrifying. That Enderman just came out of nowhere. But you don't, like I said, it's really hard, unexpectedly hard to do it. Like the lighthouse kind of looks like it's kind of but like I don't emphasize like it enough. Like doing one color to build anything is really hard. I think that's like the stupidest thing I can say. It sounds kind of stupid, but it's the honest truth. It's really hard. It's really hard, and like I'm struggling, because like you gotta also think about like textures. You gotta also think about like to add a little realism to it, because like what we're doing is kind of like liminal space related, so we are really like into making it to emphasize realism. So like that would also include like mold, that would also include like certain textures for walls and such. And like I said, it's really difficult with white and blue and purple, because it's very limited. It's a very limited color. And like stuff like black and other stuff, like you can like mix it with gray and a little bit, and like, well actually no, black maybe doesn't have a lot of blocks either, but it has like coal, concrete, the dust powder, the wool, you know, like you got stuff like that. But like for this, it's like you need to blend in the textures in a way, and it's like that's something I can't really comprehend a little, you know, easier. Like it's a little hard for me to do it. But yeah, this is episode 12. Wowee. This is certainly something. But it is going to be the end of the episode. I do need to edit this and post it out and get more rarities out. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the little tutorial on the build and everything. So, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of episode 14, where we go with the shop. And I'll see you guys there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.